Dozens of Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, including patients and handicapped people, marched towards the air crossing with Israel in northern Gaza. The peaceful march was organized by the International Campaign Against the Siege of Gaza to protest Israeli closure of border crossings. The Israeli army has resealed the borders with the Gaza Strip after temporarily reopening them to let in limited amounts of humanitarian and basic needs. Israel cites rocket attacks from Gaza as the main reason for tightening of the blockade. In response, Palestinian factions say they fire homemade rockets into Israel in retaliation for Israeli incursions and killing of people. Protesters demanded that Israel reopen the border crossings to allow patients, especially the critically ill and the handicapped, to seek treatment abroad.
We declare here our support for the patients and the handicapped, and we demand an immediate intervention by the international community to pressure Israel into the reopening of all border crossings.
International activists who organized the peaceful march called on their countries to exert pressure on Israel to reopen the crossings and allow vital humanitarian aid into the impoverished coastal enclave.
We call on our Western governments and also Arab regimes to practically and forcefully respond to the illegality and immorality of these policies of closure, and to put much more pressure on the Israelis to allow in vital humanitarian assistance to the people of Gaza. These policies are illegal and immoral, and there needs to be a strong response from the international community.
There were those who were crying out for help after 3 weeks of stifling Israeli blockade of their city. Protesters also asked for immediate help to alleviate the suffering of the Palestinians in Gaza.
We are crying from Gaza. Our hospitals became now without medicine. Our camps without food. Our camps without electric.
According to Ministry of Health statistics, since Israel tightening its strangulation of the Gaza Strip earlier this month, on the pretext of homemade rocket attacks from Gaza, almost no patients have been permitted to leave for medical treatment. Activists believe that closure of border crossings will further deteriorate the already dire humanitarian situation in Gaza. Ashraf Shannon, PressTv Gaza.